What if my market, where I live, where I sell real estate, doesn't know about Real Broker yet? Real doesn't have a presence. Will that affect me? If you're considering making the switch to Real, but you're concerned about recognition in the eyes of consumers in your area, this video is for you. Firstly, let's address the reality that Real is a relatively new player in the Canadian real estate scene. And unlike traditional brokerages that might have been in your market or within Canada for decades and decades, Real is a relatively new brokerage that operates on a cloud-based model, which means that we don't have those physical offices and those signs on the side of buildings where people will drive by and see in their community for years and years. So there is less street-level visibility. Now, it's not to say that Real itself is a brand new company and doesn't know what they're doing. Real itself is actually over 10 years old now, and we've been in Canada for about 4 years or so. We're still not nationwide in every single province. Here in BC, where I am, we've been here over 2 years. Firstly, we came to Alberta about 4 years ago. We are expanding. The goal is actually to get into Saskatchewan this year as well. Now, all of this, though, can lead to concerns about brand recognition, especially in markets where Real hasn't really established a strong foothold yet. We here are in BC and we've been here for years, but there are little pockets, little towns, little areas where maybe there aren't Real agents yet. So the consumer, they haven't seen a real estate sign with Real Broker on the bottom of it. The public might not be as brand aware. So how will that affect you? The key answer is, and it all really boils down to, clients don't choose real estate agents based on their brokerage's name. They choose to work with an agent that they know and that they trust, one that can provide value, one who understands their needs and is responsive. And agents are well known in their communities. That's really what's well known. That agent will become a household name to a degree, and that agent's signs will be in that community for years, maybe even decades, and get that presence. So that was a concern when I made the switch, as I was with a brick and mortar brokerage that was very Canadian and has been around for decades and decades. And I was concerned that, well, when that logo on my sign changes, will people no longer want to work with me? And I brought over every single listing. There wasn't a single concern. Everyone came over because they wanted to, again, work with me. It wasn't the brokerage behind my name. Now, another whole topic that we could spin this off into is becoming that Mr. Rogers of your neighborhood, that household name. And that can be a huge key to success. But back to the topic on hand again, is that people don't choose to work with an agent because of the logo on their business card. They're choosing you for who you are, for how you represent yourself, and for what you bring to the table and your reputation. Real allows and empowers its agents by giving them tools and support to ensure that our clients don't suffer in any way in the transition or in just working with us in general. Pain points have been addressed. If it's at all possible, it's a streamlined machine now. This is not the first time that houses are being sold with Real. Of course, we have been around for years. The kinks largely have been ironed out. As we expand and explode at a really fast rate, there are still kinks and little hurdles that come up with this growth, with this expansion. But again, Real's whole goal is to make its agents' life the best possible and to iron those things out so that everything can be as smooth as at all possible. So if you are that agent and you're in an area where Real doesn't have much of a presence, it isn't widely known, just lean into your personal brand. That becomes even more crucial. Focus on building your reputation, your name, your logo through your excellent service, through your community involvement, through your consistent marketing. Remember again, clients are hiring you for what you are, not the brokerage that you're at. So by showcasing your expertise, by going to that next level of service and leveraging Real's resources, you can be the one to even establish the trust and credibility in your market, even if it isn't present at the current time. So when clients ask you, well, what brokerage are you with? This actually was just asked to me yesterday at a CMA. Be prepared to explain its benefits. I often mention things like it costs an astronomical amount of money to be in this industry, to have this job. So we as agents do have to choose a brokerage to be within, and typically those brokerages charge a lot of money to be there. Some brokerages charge way more than others. So being with Real is a cloud-based brokerage, so their fees are lower for me personally. So what this allows me to do is, again, it costs me less money, so I can focus more and I can pour more into my marketing because my marketing budget was just elevated because I don't have to spend as much to be with that other brokerage. And if the conversation carries on, I also mentioned that I really benefit from the supportive community and culture that we have here at Real Broker. I have access to a network of experienced agents and mentors, not just in my city, which is common in the real estate industry, but also within my province, within Canada, within actually North America. And I also mentioned that we have the best in most innovative technology in the industry. Real is really pushing the industry forward and leading it with technology that no other brokerage has. So this allows me to streamline my business and to essentially sell more houses smoother and cleaner. So by addressing these points, by showing that how excited you are to really be with Real, you can alleviate any concerns with your clients that they might have about working with a brokerage that they might not have heard. Showing that excitement brings confidence that you are the right person for the job. We are, of course, North America's fastest growing brokerage. So this very question, this topic, won't be needed to be addressed in a year, 2, 3 years. Right now, though, as we expand, we come into Saskatchewan this year, there will be consumers ask. So it's good to be prepared. It's good to know what to say, and again, to be excited about it, because that will just push us forward and keep us growing. So while Real might not be a household name in your market yet, it offers the tools, it offers the support and the flexibility to help you thrive, to help you succeed. So focus on building, again, your personal brand, your name on those signs. Then leverage what Real gives us, Real's resources, and you'll be able to overcome any of these challenges. If you have any questions or concerns about this in your specific market, feel free to reach out. And if you'd like to see what your business would look like if you plugged it into the Real model, reach out. We can set up a time to chat and we could see if it would be a good fit for you or not.